Don't you just love it when Evan Blass steps in and tells every leaker, hold my beer? Because yes, Evan Blass just shared a possible date for the Samsung Galaxy Unpacked event, and a lot of teasers are pretty obvious. If you thought that the weird 13-inch MacBook Pro was the only Pro model we're getting this year, think again, though we're skeptical. And several users are having some display issues with the Nothing Phone 1. I'm Jaime Rivera, it's Monday, and for those of you thinking or asking for more beer jokes again, I mean, sorry, I have a few every now and then, but not like I did back then. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with Instagram and some new features that I don't think anybody will like. Last week, the head of the company, Adam Mosseri, posted an update on a Twitter thread where he announced new benefits for users who pay a monthly subscription to certain creators. And I know, Instagram posting stuff on Twitter. Anyway, Mosseri said that the subs will now be able to create chats where they will be able to interact with up to 30 of their fans. He also mentioned that they will be adding new ways for creators to make posts and reels that will be exclusive to users who paid for the subscription. These new features will be joining the exclusive live stories and videos that were introduced back in January. And just to conclude, he also added that this is just one step on a much longer path to provide creators everywhere with a whole range of tools to be able to make a living online. And listen, I'm all for creators because I am one, so please do follow me. But in a world where subscription services are so much like everywhere, I even wonder if this is a good idea, in my opinion. Now let's talk about Nothing and new issues with the company's Phone 1 display. And yes, expect my review very soon. Had a few bugs on my unit that were ironed out pretty quick. Anyways, it seems like early buyers are reporting that their devices are showing a green tint on their displays around the selfie camera. There's a video going around on Twitter where an Indian user shows off the tint in the top of the left corner, but it gets worse. After the first tweet, many other users started tagging Carl Pan reporting the same issue, and someone else even reported dead pixels around the camera within 3 hours of using the phone. In Nothing's defense, we have seen this issue in many devices before, like coming from Google Pixels and even iPhones being an example, so hopefully they will be able to fix it with a software update or just replace the units, because this flexible OLED that they're using is pretty high-end for such an affordable phone. And just to wrap it up, Nothing support has acknowledged this problem, and there's no official word on why the display problems are happening or if it has anything to do with the hardware. So far, I haven't had any of those issues with my unit, but I'll keep you posted. Let us know if any of you guys in the comments have had the same issue, and let's hope they fix it. Let's move on to Cupertino and Apple Silicon, which, yes, I will admit I am a huge fan of. Back in June, Mark Gurman reported that an M2 Pro MacBook Pro could arrive along with a new Mac Mini, but we could be waiting for as long as a year for that to happen. However, on a new report, he stated that Cupertino is planning a pretty packed fall event with 2 new MacBooks. He mentioned that these 2 devices will be the 14 and 16-inch models that will feature the M2 Pro and M2 Max chips. In terms of design, we shouldn't expect much of a change considering we just got a major change last year. The report also mentions the new processors will focus on the graphics side, meaning that it could be even better for professionals and creatives that use their computers for more demanding tasks like video editing and coding. Again, we can't expect them to arrive this fall or early next year, but take that information with a grain of salt due to the supply chain challenges that have been making leakers look really bad as of late. I mean, it took Apple 2 years to refresh the M1 model, so I kinda don't think this will happen, but hey, I'm not Mark. And finally, for the hottest news today, let's talk about Samsung and their next Unpacked event. We've been getting a ton of leaks here and there for Sammy's next generation of foldables, but now we have the one and only Evan Blass with some dates. Earlier today, he tweeted what seems to be an event invite for their next Unpacked event. The picture shows a Galaxy Flip with a purple hue on the date, August 10th. On the other side of the teaser, we can see the word today, but we're not sure if that was edited to hide the rest of the text. Evan didn't share any other information, so just as a recap, we're expecting the new Galaxy Flip and Galaxy Fold for this event. The Fold is expected to bring a 7.6-inch AMOLED display running at 120 Hz, a triple camera with a 50-megapixel main sensor or a 4400 mAh battery, up to 12 gigs of RAM, and up to 512 gigs of storage, all powered by the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. And then on the other hand, we're expecting the Flip to bring a 6.7-inch AMOLED display running at 120 Hz with 8 gigs of RAM and up to 256 gigs of storage, and a dual camera with a 12-megapixel main sensor and a 12-megapixel ultra-wide. And add to that a 3700 mAh battery, and also powered by the Snapdragon 8 Plus Gen 1. Again, not much of a design change is expected, though we are hearing of a new hinge, which could shed some weight off of them. So for today's question, let us know, what would you like to see change for these devices? Because honestly, for me, it would be a more aggressive price. I mean, seriously, if they were to keep the same designs for another year and just drop the price a bit, I would be fine, but that's just me. Leave us a comment down below, we'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this one. And also follow us on social medias. Our extended coverage happens on Instagram, and follow me on my personal handles to see me. I know, I needed to cut on that a little. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera, thanks so much for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.